Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. Let's take a look at the plays outside of the game, play by play. On special teams, Harrison Butker had a penalty that made it kick out of bounds that made it go to the 40. Chris Jones does not run hard at the end of the game. Mahomes throws a pick in the end zone. The Chiefs blew a 14-0 lead even after the fumble in the end zone by Trevor Lawrence. Let's see where he walks on the final play where Trevor Lawrence scores a touchdown at the end. Just at least run. I know you may have not got him, but that wasn't good enough. That's Sam on Smack.
Okay, well, something I noticed on the biggest play of the game for the Jaguars against the Chiefs, this is a 1st and goal. Jaguars have 30 seconds left and they're out of timeouts, and this is going to start off very bad for Jacksonville. You see, Lawrence trips over his own lineman. He falls down, but I want to direct your attention to Chris Jones on this play. And it's something I noticed on tape, so I'm going to talk about it. Watch what he does here. Watch as he really just stops playing here. I mean, again, is he maybe at first trying to see if he can deflect the pass if it's in his way? I think that's a generous read on this. I think he just thought the play was over and kind of gave up on it. Again, if he's hustling out of the box, does he get to Lawrence and stop Lawrence? I don't know. Maybe not. I wouldn't say like definitely not, but I don't think so. Either way, though, I mean, it's the biggest play of the game. It's 30 seconds left. Like, you gotta be hustling on these types of plays, and Lawrence was, right? Lawrence certainly was giving it his all, and maybe that was the difference in this game.
What did you see on Trevor Lawrence's touchdown when he fell first? And did you get a good view of him as he hit the ground? And after that, how did that play out?
I thought multiple times we had him. We just got to finish. We got to finish. We had multiple guys there that we just got to finish that play. It was a fluke play for him to be able to break that many tackles. But yeah, I think I put it on us as a defense. We got to finish. We got to bring him down on that.
Now let's discuss the first drives. First two teams trade punts, and the third one, Jacksonville punted, and it was a good start for the Chiefs defense. The Chiefs popped at the ball at the 1 yard line. We're 7-0. That play would have made it 7-7. The Chiefs go down and score. After Jacksonville scored a touchdown, it's 14-7, 14-14. Patrick throwing another interception in the end zone. Then make it 21-14. They all of a sudden had the lead. The Chiefs got all the way down with 1:45 to go, but Butker kicked. The Chiefs got all the way down to the end zone to go, but Baker kicked it out of bounds again. And 3rd and 5 scramble up the middle, and an intercepted pass in the end zone. That was called for pass interference. And then Chris Jones quits on a play, and we just saw that. And here's more on Harrison Butker's not so good night.
Hey, man, I appreciate you getting me on the post-game show. I just listened to you for a few minutes, man. I think it's one thing that you're leaving out. You're pounding on the defense. I think they gave up 24 points tonight. And with a Patrick Mahomes-led offense, you would think in the past you had to score 30 to beat them. But the one thing you're leaving out is Harrison freaking Butker.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're in the fourth quarter of a football game. You battling. Everybody's out there doing everything they can to win a football game. You're the highest-paid kicker in the National Football League. And when you need to just drop a kick in whatever they call the kick zone, you kick the ball out of bounds. You got one job. One job. So you roll the Jacksonville offense out there at the 40-yard line, and then they got 4 downs. They're in 4-down territory all the way down the field. So you're already putting your defense in a terrible spot to make the stop. So with that being said, the Harris Butker situation, I'm not saying the guys we need to cut him. I think the guy's a great kicker. He's done great in the past. But if we do officially have a Harrison Butker situation on this football team, because in games like this on Monday night, when it's the other team's Super Bowl, our special team has to come through. You can't roll off the sideline where you've been sitting there the whole game and go out there and kick the ball out of bounds in a crucial situation. That was the killer after you played 4 quarters of quality defensive football. But the guy that we got to focus on close games, playoff games, winning games against winning teams, you have to have rock-solid special teams. And Harrison Butker cannot come off the sideline and kick the ball out of bounds and puts the other team on the 40-yard line when they got 4 downs to go in a game they can have a touch. They never made it to fourth down. They never made it to fourth down. But you're starting out on the 40-yard line. So that's the guy we got to put our focus on. I'm not upset with the defense. I trust Spags. I trust Chris Jones. I trust the defense. You're going to have some bad plays in the game. I like what's going on with the offense. But Harrison Butker, man, you got to step up, bro. You got to come off the bench and go out there and execute your job. If he does that, put the defense in a better spot, I think we got a chance to make the stop because I trust Spags more than I trust what's going on with the special teams. So that's all I got tonight, man. So don't leave out Harrison Butker. If you're going to throw people on the bus for this loss, do not leave out Harrison Butker coming out there and kicking the ball out of bounds in a critical situation, especially when you're the highest paid kicker in the National Football League. That's all I got, man.
Hey, appreciate the phone call, Andre. And no, we won't leave out Harrison Butker. You cannot kick the ball out of bounds in that spot. He is too good of a player to make a mistake like that. And overall tonight, the special teams was horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, yes, the defense is what we focused on in the opening rant. But the special teams was bad tonight. Multiple holding calls, whether you want to say they were ticky-tack or not, they were called. It's what I have to go off of on this sheet in front of me. But 2 holding calls on Jack Cochran, one of them on the final kick return of the game that then puts you at the 10-yard line instead of the 30. You kick the ball out of bounds. You give them 20 more yards of field position. How can you be making mistakes in that spot? All game long, you kick it perfectly. Right in the landing zone or whatever the rule is. I know it's confusing a lot of us out there. But all night, you're great. The one time you can't have it, right there. Kicking the ball out of bounds. Having the Jags go 60 yards instead of 80. You think those 20 yards make a difference? They do. Totally different mentality when you're operating with 1:45 left at the 40-yard line as opposed to the 20 or the 25. Totally different feel. And, if you want to take some heat off the defense, you can point to that. They had to defend 60 yards instead of 75 to 80. Just frustrating. So many plays, and
just kind of just using instincts and just trying to make a play for our team.
You got a really good Lions team coming into Arrowhead next weekend. How do you flush a loss like this and regroup for next weekend?
We had a short week, man. Coach Reed kind of mentioned it earlier. It's the best way to kind of get rid of this one, man. Got a short week and try to get back in the positives next week. So we had a great test for us. Got a great team that been playing well all year. I'm putting points on the board on offense. So it'll be a great challenge for us.
All right, that was Matt Foster of KSHB 41 with Nick Bolton after the game. We'll take our final break of the show. When we come back, we'll wrap it up on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Drink responsibly, sponsored by Botobox Vineyards, Manteca, California. The Chiefs fall to 3-2 after a loss in prime time tonight in Jacksonville. They're back home, though, for 3 straight. So can they rebound? First up, it'll be the Detroit Lions on Sunday Night Football. Then they'll get the Las Vegas Raiders, who have 1 win the following week. After that, another Monday Night Football clash with Washington. And then right before their bye week, they'll head to Orchard Park, play at Highmark Stadium against the Buffalo Bills. Not quite gut check time, but things need to turn around in a hurry. Patrick Mahomes already said, we've had too many losses. Already too many losses at this point in the season. And you'll be taking on a Lions team that has won 4 in a row. And they, as of right now, per Yahoo Sports, are 1-point favorite, the total at 50.5. Can the Chiefs get back up on the horse, get to 500, and then welcome Rashee Rice back to this offense? Well, I guess we have to wait all week to see if he can. See if he can take this group to the next level. We'll talk to you then, Kansas City.
Chiefs lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars 31-28 on a final touchdown drive. This is Sam Long for Sam Sports Report. We got much more tomorrow.